Hello and welcome to On the Bench LFC. How are you all doing this evening? Well, we've got a lot to talk about. Shaqiri, as I like to call him, and a bit of a Nabil Fekir. We call it a bit of an update, but David Maddox said something. Other people are saying stuff as well about Nabil Fekir. So we'll bring that up in this live stream today. Also, Croatia have beat England. Yes, not that I am like really passionate about England or anything, but that does mean that Dejan Lovren has made the World Cup final. So I'm happy, I'm pleased for Dejan Lovren in that sense, but at the same time, I'm sad because I'm English and I'm sad because Jordan Henderson, I think, has been outstanding this World Cup. I think a lot of people have said that Jordan Henderson has been really, really good. And I did notice that when Jordan Henderson come off, that was kind of when England fell apart in this game. So we talk about that. And we talk about Jordan Henderson as well in this live stream. And yeah, we do what we do. All right. We just start to bounce off each other in a live chat. And then as always, if you wasn't able to join us live, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know your views on what we talk about, the topics, i.e. Nabil Fekir, Shaqiri. I did notice, guys, those of you that did join me last night. I did do a live stream last night talking about the Shaqiri talks. I was like one of the first, if not the first, to say that Shaqiri talks Liverpool is happening. And for some reason, I went on today to see what you lovely people had made of that, leaving comments and stuff, and I think YouTube brought it down. So yeah, for anyone that normally checks my channel to see whether there's videos up there or if I'd live stream, that one didn't remain on YouTube for some funny reason. I don't know. All right, but yeah, welcome to the live stream anyway, everyone. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Let's get started. Right, so Shaqiri, I'll talk about that a bit because I did say in the live stream last night, we'll have to wait and see over the next 24 hours, 48 hours, see who else comes out about it. Well, other people come out about it. They come out saying about it anyway. Look, what have we got here? Let me bring this up. So everyone's kind of now, there's a lot more sources over it today, so it's good. I think it's safe to say that Liverpool have begun talks with Stoke, and I've got a couple of articles, or the main one that I think I liked to bring to your guys' views here is Liverpool look to seal a deal for Stoke's Shaqiri as transfer discussions have opened. Shaqiri, he wants to move to Liverpool as well, which sounds good. Liverpool are looking to seal the deal to make the Stoke City winger Shaqiri their third new signing of the summer. The Reds have opened discussions with the Potters, the Harrys, who are resigned to losing the Switzerland international following their relegation to the Championship. Shaqiri, who has a release clause, which means he can leave Stoke for around 13.5 million. That seems to be the fee that they're going with today, guys. All right, so again, that fee's kind of differed. It's changed quite a bit, hasn't it? It definitely has changed. It's been 12 million. It's been around 15 million, even up to 20 million I've seen, but now they're sticking to it seems around 13.5 million. So that's a good fee, I think, anyway. But as always, let me know whether you think that's a good fee for Shaqiri or not. It says has been considering his options since his involvement in Russia was ended at the last 16 stage by Sweden last week. This is by the Echo, and it says they understand that the 26-year-old who is currently on holiday favours a move to Anfield, and Stoke expect him to complete the switch to Liverpool. So, they are believing that Stoke are expecting him to move to Liverpool as well. So I like this. I did say we'll see whether the likes of the Echo and James and all that come out and say that it looks like Liverpool have opened talks. We saw the Telegraph, kind of, everyone was sourcing the Telegraph last night. I think it's safe to say that this is beginning. They've even got some quotes here of saying what Shaqiri said about you're going to hear what club I'm going to be at soon. He wanted to stay in the Premier League. Just to round it off quickly, and he says, I was not thinking about this because I was just focused on my national team and wanted to make a good tournament for my team and my nation. It's pretty normal to be aware of clubs being interested. Of course, I would like to play on the biggest stage in football. Everyone knows that. Well, if you're coming to Liverpool, you're coming to the right place then, my friend, aren't you? So, I've just read a piece from the Echo there because it was one of the best articles that I saw on it, really. you know, like I say, I did a live stream on it last night, guys. All right. For those of you that didn't join last night, I know it didn't remain on YouTube. So apologies that you guys, you know, wasn't able to see what I did say. We had a big discussion about it. Connor, I see what you're saying there about Fekir. We're definitely going to talk about this. You know, I've got all the info right here, my friend. So we will bring up Fekir. Yes. We did go into a lot of depth over Shaqiri. You know, a lot of people are still saying that they wouldn't sign him, saying about keeping, as I called him yesterday after a long drive and being tired, Danny Wilson, I was calling him for the majority of that live stream. God help us. Harry Wilson. People are saying that they would rather him not go out on loan and that we keep him back. But, you know, I think that Shaqiri's been a target for a while for Liverpool. I think that it's smart business for the fee that we're looking at, a Premier League experienced player. I'm seeing people talk about today that, you know, his time at Stoke last season was his best season in the way of stats, performances. Something that, you know, not really watching Stoke play too much, but I saw some of his stats are saying about how many crosses he put in, and we're talking about teams that park the bus against us, guys, and when we need to open those teams up that do park the bus, Shaqiri's a player that likes to cross the ball. So maybe we're looking at plan B systems and Shaqiri could be that. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, you know, I see Joel's putting here, sign Pickford. Pickford, definitely a top keeper in this World Cup, wasn't he? I don't think many people will argue that, my friend. Yeah, we're going to talk about the England Lovren situation in a minute, but I'll get the Shaqiri stuff out of the way. Obviously, like I say, let me know what you make of it if you're not watching it live. 13.5 million is the fee that everyone seems to be going with. I don't think that's bad, guys. Considering they said at one point it could be 15 to 20 million. If it's true that it's 13.5 million, I don't know what he's going to want when it comes to contracts. How much he's going to try and demand, but I don't think it's going to be too much. I don't think he can hold Liverpool to too much of a ransom there. Let's be honest, all right? So I think that this player needs to know that his career needs kick-starting again. Okay, he's part of a team. He's got talent, but he is part of a team that was relegated. I think that he's a good player, but he wants to play for Liverpool Football Club. We are a massive team that got to a Champions League final, so I don't see Liverpool paying him, you know, massive in a contract. I see a couple of little comments saying that he's probably going to demand too much. I don't think he will. I think he knows that he's got a great opportunity to come to Liverpool. All right, they're saying that this deal, they're hoping that this deal will be done pretty quick. If he wants to move to Liverpool, if he's got this release clause in there, 13.5 million, I can't see too much really making it go on for too long, really, guys. You know, there's a lot that goes into transfers. I think we all kind of look at it as fans and go, oh yeah, you know, that's how much it costs, just get the deal done. It's not going to be an Nabil Fekir situation, is it? But at the same time, they're going to have to, you know, look at how it's going to go. But apparently, they are very interested in the likes of Wilson and stuff. I know that Wilson has got pre-season to prove himself. We're seeing that. And he said that he wants to play in pre-season and then he will look at his situation and look at his options. Maybe they, you know, are going to try and get a couple of our players. I think Ojo's one of the names as well that I see that they would be interested in. So who knows? We might see a player go on loan to them as well. But, you know, I don't know whether that would be all part of it. I think for that fee, Liverpool would just sign him anyway, but we could see a player go on loan there. It's not a bad shout, I guess, is it? But let me know your views on that anyway, guys. That will round off the Shaqiri stuff. Like I say, we did speak a lot about on live stream last night. If you've got any other points that you want to bring up about Shaqiri, feel free to leave a comment once the video is processed, and we will have a discussion about it. Right. Sport Build, let's talk about this before the Fekir update. Sport Build claim that Liverpool are among a long list of clubs that are interested in a Croatian winger. Oh, I hate Croatia right now. Ante Rebic, 24 years old. A couple of you guys was bringing it up on a live stream last night. Saying about this lad, saying that he's a monster. I saw the comments. All right, I did see what you guys were saying. I see this saying about Build, and also they went on to say that they believe that he would be interested in a move to Bayern Munich mostly. but we don't know, how true that is. This is Sport Build, it's rumours, and when people have been sending me messages today saying, how true do you think this is? I think Liverpool just being added to a list, to be honest. I think if you've got Shaqiri coming in, if Liverpool do land Fekir, I don't know whether Liverpool do chase this player at the same time. Also, when you've got the likes of Wilson and that trying to prove their worth at the club, I'm not too sure that we do go after these players. Do you know what I mean? I see Jihad saying, sorry, Daz, I'm not too sure what you're apologising for, but not a problem, guys. Joel saying, check Twitter, Daz. If you're talking about Fekir stuff, I will be talking about it in a minute. If you're talking about Dave Maddock, I'm aware, Joel. I'm getting to it, guys. I'm getting to it. Be patient. Yes, so Sport Build saying this. It's just rumours. Again, he's obviously a very talented player. And I see you guys was liking the sound of him maybe moving to Liverpool in last night's stream, but I think it's just rumours. I think Liverpool being added to try and up a bidding war, maybe. You know the score with transfer, guys. We know it, isn't it? Look, LJ saying Rebic isn't a winger. He's a striker for Frankfurt. There you go. If you're talking about me saying that, Rebic is classed as a winger as well, my friend. I think for Croatia he plays as a bit of a winger, doesn't he? From what I've seen, anyway. Fekir has personally met with Ulus. Yes. Right, I think we need to get on to the Fekir stuff, don't we? So let me get this stuff up. Firstly, what David Maddock has said. Fekir met Leon President at the World Cup, pleaded for a chance to still join LFC. Ulus agreed to revive talks. LFC had no interest in the deal on previously agreed £53 million terms, may be persuaded by restructured terms. Apparently Leon are lining up Zach as a potential replacement, is what David Maddock has said. So you guys know David Maddock is by now of the Mirror. That's what he tweeted out. I believe that was around half an hour ago that had come out. That was later this evening. There was something earlier today that I'll read here, guys, which is by a French journalist as well, Loic Tanzi. He told GFFN that he expects Liverpool to return for Nabil Fekir this summer. Now, this was kind of what I was going to go with before I did the live stream, right? And I said it was kind of an update, but at the same time, I think it's just this guy's personal views on what you may have heard through the pipeline. So just listen to it if you haven't already read it or whatever, and then let me know what you guys make of it. He goes on to say, let me get it here. Fekir almost signed for the Reds in June, but the deal fell through due to medical issues. Right, so let me get to what he's actually said here, guys. According to what I've been told, Fekir had an agreement with Liverpool for a long time now, which I believe anyway as well. And he says, and it's the club where he wanted to be playing next year, which we kind of all know that, don't we? They've said it themselves. It's his dream club, so that's good. He says everything had been sorted but the minor details. In transfers, the fee is often very quickly sorted out, but the small clauses take up a lot of time to negotiate. The ones that involve an amount being paid based on appearances for the national team, for example, all of that was sorted towards the end, right before he left for Russia. Right. Then the Liverpool medical team came and to conduct the medical, and it's at that point that the sources diverge. So he's saying it's at that point that basically the story starts to change a little bit, maybe from different camps or whatever. It's basically we're hearing different sides of it, aren't we? We know that Liverpool at that point stopped discussing the transfer, even though up until that point they had been quite open about it. Some sources say that the medical had not gone well because of his knee issues, although that would surprise me. I don't see why he can go play at a World Cup with a bad knee, but not for Liverpool next season. Well, it's a bit more than that in my personal opinion, but anyway, we'll continue with what he's got to say. Others say that it's because either his agent or Jean-Michel Aulas asked for more money towards the end. It's hard to know who's telling the truth. You're telling us, isn't it? Do you know what I mean, guys? we all wanted to know who's telling the truth, but it continues anyway. What I'm sure of is that the saga isn't over. Liverpool will come back for Fekir at the end of the World Cup because he's a player that Klopp's been interested in for a while. So this is basically, to repeat who it is, it's Loic Tanzi. He's a French journalist that, you know, people are saying that he's an expert, but this was just his views on the whole situation. A lot of people have said that, you know, if he's saying that he believes that Liverpool are going to go back in, if a lot of people are now starting to say that Liverpool are going to go back in after the World Cup, then surely that means that Liverpool are going to go back in. I'm still going to sit here and say I'm not going to sit on a live stream and get my hopes up, because we've done live streams, haven't we, guys, where we've been like, look, it's 99% complete. We've seen leaked videos. We've seen so much about this Nabil Fekir stuff where we've been adamant that it's going to be announced, it's going to be released. We've seen a trusted Liverpool journalist say that this is going to happen, he's going to be announced tomorrow, whatever. We've seen it all, haven't we, with Nabil Fekir? So, you know, Blackwell here saying about Paul Joyce is more reliable. You know, we've had the reliable journalists say about this deal is about to happen, and then it didn't. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% confident that Liverpool are going to go back in there. Even with Maddock saying this latest stuff, saying that Liverpool are going to definitely go back in there, or whatever, you know, look, just to repeat for anyone there what Dave Maddock has said tonight, Fekir met Leon President at the World Cup, pleaded for a chance to still join LFC. Ullis agreed to revive the talks, but LFC had no interest in the deal with the previously agreed £53 million terms, may be persuaded by restructured terms, and Leon are lining up Ziyech as potential replacement. So, you know, yeah, look, Mo here is saying no journalist is reliable at the moment, to be honest. I think I have to agree with this. I think not anyone is fully in the know. I think Liverpool have kept very quiet over it. I don't think Liverpool are leaking too much unless they want it to be leaked. I think what you've got to remember as well is Leon are renowned for saying a lot in the media, you know, tactics and whatever they do. They say stuff and then they retract it, and they do the opposite to what they say. Mind games, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, there's updates. People are saying it's updates. It is an update. It's the latest. But at the same time, I would say that I kind of expected all this anyway, personally. That's my personal views. I'll bring it to your attentions because I said to you guys, if there's anything about Nabil Fekir, if there's anything that, you know, the journalist Dave Maddock, a lot of you guys are saying, if there's anything from Dave Maddock, he seems to be the one that people are going with on this. So I will talk about it. I'll get your guys' views on it. And it's good to see, you know, that Nabil Fekir does still want Liverpool. I thought that was the case anyway. I will still believe that. Once he's out of the World Cup, once the World Cup's over, we will know the truth. And I think any of you guys that are live with me now, any of you guys that are watching it back, am I right in saying that, guys? Are a lot of you the same as me now with this Nabil Fekir stuff? Once the World Cup's over, we're going to know, aren't we? So that's where my head is at with it. But yeah, you've got your latest there, guys. Let me know what you make of it all. Anyway, it's the longest, silliest saga ever, isn't it? All right. Look, Jamie's saying, let's be real, Fekir or not, we're not winning. Jamie, not winning what, my friend? Tom says goalkeeper should be number one priority if we want to challenge for honours. Burden says ready, Joyce and Pearce just like to troll you. Ferner says it's been positive with transfers for the last 2 days. We're seeing a bit more now, aren't we? We are definitely seeing more, Ferno. It's good. You know, Max is saying, does a goalie please, or season is over before it starts. So many people are talking like that about the goalkeeper situation right now. Adam says Shaqiri will be a good option. I believe so as well, Adam. I really do believe so. The Musk says we need a goalie. You know, so many people are going to say that, mate, in this live stream. I guarantee it. Adam says I'm bored with the Fekir situation. Yawn. Adam, you're not the only one, mate. You're not the only one at all. Anyway, let's continue about Dejan Lovren. How good has he been, guys? Lovren has been really, really good, hasn't he, this World Cup? He's improved massively. He played in the Champions League final, and now he's playing in the World Cup final. You know, as much as I was watching England tonight, hoping that England would win it. Dejan Lovren did really, really well for them. You know, he put his body on the line a few times in that game. He caused problems. People were saying that, the commentators were saying that Dejan Lovren obviously woke up on the wrong side of bed or whatever they were saying. Was saying that he was just being a pain. But I think he was doing what we would expect him to do for Liverpool, wasn't he? So, as an England fan today, watching it was like, but at the same time, watching him as a Liverpool player, he was getting under the skins. He was getting under, the England players' skins. He was letting them know that he was there, and he did his job today. So, massive respect to Lovren, to Croatia. They had to come back from being behind, and they've got to the World Cup final. So I wish them all the best. And as much as I said at the beginning, I think that France are, probably my favourite team to win the World Cup this year. I hope that Croatia beat it, because they're the underdogs, really, aren't they? So, but they kicked England out today, and yeah. I was really, really disappointed, and I do feel for Henderson. I feel for Trent as well, but same time, you see what it means to Lovren. Massive respect to him, guys. Aidan says, will Shaqiri sign? It does look that way. It's pointing that way, Aidan. It's definitely pointing that way. A lot of the sources are saying that the talks have begun, and that Stoke are expecting Shaqiri to sign for Liverpool. That I was reading that piece from the Echo today. That was the word that they used. So I expect it to happen. I don't think it would take too long either if it is all as what they're saying. It should be something that is over with pretty quick, even though a lot more goes into it than what it's not just he's available for 13.5 million like they're saying. Let's get it done. It depends on other stuff, doesn't it, as well? But if he wants us, we know the fee. Get it done, isn't it? Get him in the door, get him to join us. Get him playing with the boys. Go on tour. Sweet. Let's see what he's got. Get him fit. Get him playing. Get him involved. Get him to learn the Liverpool way, isn't it? Martin says, do you think we are trying to sign a keeper? I can't see us winning a teapot with Karius. Do I think we are trying to sign a keeper? I think we're looking at goalkeepers. I really do. Like I say, you're looking at the Mignolet situation, you're looking at our goalkeepers in general. I think that we're going to lose one or two goalkeepers. So I think that we're definitely looking at goalkeepers. I don't know what the situation, I don't think anyone does. I know what the fans want, the majority of them anyway, but we don't know what Klopp's thinking. We don't know. Mignolet looks like he's definitely going to go, doesn't he? Am I safe in saying that one? Mignolet going to go? I'll be shocked if Mignolet stays or remains at Liverpool past this window. I haven't seen anything to suggest really that he stays, but yeah, he should be leaving. So that tells me that goalkeeper should come in. And if Ward's not going to get any game time, then he will probably leave. Ward will want game time, won't he, guys? He will. So I expect one or two goalkeepers to come in this window. Whether it's the level that we're expecting as fans, I really don't know. It's out of our hands. Let's put it that way. Bradley says, Maddock is this year's report, as Pearce last season got things so wrong, saying that Virgil van Dijk won't be an LFC player and Keita deal was off, and Barca was his destination. He tried too hard to keep things out. Yeah, a lot of people are saying about Maddock, especially over the Nabil Fekir stuff. First saying breaking Nabil Fekir has reached an agreement that Jean-Michel Aulas will at last reopen talks with the Reds to explore the prospect of resurrecting his dream move. David Maddock, Daz. Is this on Twitter, mate? Is that just come out on Twitter now, Ferno? Let me have a look, guys, while I'm on a live stream. Let me grab it. Grab it. It's like that whole thing, innit? Grab it. Have a quick look. Ooh. It might be a bit further down, but obviously seen the things that I've talked about, and if Ferno's saying that there, then obviously Dave Maddox said it, because me and Ferno talk a lot about transfers and stuff. So Reason says we need another goalie and someone to rely on when Firmino can't play, because Karius, Origi, Solanke and Ings are leaving on borrowed time at Liverpool, or living on borrowed time. Bradley, Ferno, shut up you troll. I don't think he is a troll, Bradley, mate, because I speak a lot to him about transfers. He wouldn't be trolling unless he is actually trolling me, because he does like to have a laugh sometimes. Adam says, what other number 10 do people think realistically we could sign? It's a good question. If people want to answer that question there. The Kilted's in. Welcome, Kilted, mate. Good to see you in a live stream tonight. Aidan said about Maguire there. A lot of people have said that they would take Maguire now after his World Cup displays, whereas before the World Cup people were saying no way. When we were saying would you take Maguire at Liverpool, everyone was like no. But after his performances for England, everyone's saying that they would be happy to take him. Aidan saying Dybala. Look, I never believed the rumours. I think it was just that. I said, he's a player that I would love as a Liverpool supporter. I love the fact that Liverpool are linked with these sort of players, but I never believed these sort of rumours. There was no evidence to it. And from what I've seen, I don't think anyone credible has said about it either. So, I think it is literally just hearsay, mate, or just fans getting their hopes up, or getting other people's hopes up, really, mate, to be fair. Ponty says, don't think Alisson wants LFC, but worth a shot. A lot of people still hoping over Alisson. I think Liverpool's number one goalkeeper target was Alisson this window, but there's rumours about him wanting Real Madrid, isn't there? So if that's the case, then I don't think Liverpool will go or will get him this window. Mark says, Daz, apparently Silicon about to put in a transfer request. If Liverpool comes in, what do you think of that? Well, we've been linked with him, haven't we, this window? If he puts in a transfer request, I haven't seen anything on that myself, Mark, but I said, look, I haven't seen this goalkeeper play, but when people were sending me clips of him when we were linked with him, I said he reminded me very much of what Karius was like before he came to Liverpool. I was happy that Karius signed for Liverpool before he come in. I mean, we know what's happened there now, but I don't know. I don't know with the keepers. I just think if you brought in a fresh keeper to the club, then I think it benefits us, because it would do good, wouldn't it, to get some fresh blood in between the sticks. That's my overall view on it. So, I know there's a lot of people that do rate him, that watch, have watched a lot more about him than me. I don't watch him, so I can only say I've seen clips of him, but don't a lot of goalkeepers, they always show the clips of like their best saves or whatever, and it's like, wow, you could literally take a video of us down the park, throwing myself on the floor in front of some balls, and go, wow, actually he's quite a good goalkeeper. But I don't know, a lot of people that I speak to have said he's actually not a bad goalkeeper. So going off their opinions, he sounds all right, but for me, I can't give an honest opinion on a keeper that I haven't seen him play week in, week out. Jamie says, just want to say, what a performance from our man Lovren tonight. What a player. Jamie, 100%. Disappointed as an England fan, but I'm proud that Lovren plays for Liverpool and that he's going to be in a World Cup final. Massive respect to him. I thought he did his job well tonight, didn't he, mate? He really did. DZ says, hi, Daz. Hello, DZ. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're well tonight. We need 2 goalkeepers, says Lubac. I really do think that Liverpool was looking at maybe bringing in 2 goalkeepers this transfer window. I do, anyway. I think that Alisson was number 1 goalkeeper target. I think that Liverpool was looking at other goalkeeper options. I said it for a while. I think I stand by that. Max says, I didn't want Jack Butland, but after last night, he will do. It's funny. I think a few people have started saying that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Butland... Butland used to be a good goalkeeper, but I'm still not convinced by Butland. I'm really not. Daz, read my last comment, please, says Andre. If it's not too far, we'll find it. Here it is. I think it says, Roman side do 2 goalkeepers. They want to sell Alisson, plus they already sold their best player. Okay. So, they are going to want to accept some sort of money then, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? So, they are going to want to sell him, but it's a race, isn't it, of who's going to sign Alisson. So we will see on that one, guys. We will see. Obviously, you're going to have to bear with me. I've just got back off holiday late last night. I did that live stream last night. I mean, today it's been about getting back on top of work and stuff today. So I'll be back on top of everything Liverpool related and transfers and everything. But yeah, it's hopefully we get a lot to talk about. Shaqiri stuff is good. The latest with Fekir, we'll see how that one pans out. But I'm not going to get my hopes up over Fekir. I'm really not until that's done. I just want to see an announcement. I swear I'm not the only one like that now over the Fekir stuff. I'm really not. Doctor says please sign Subasic, goalkeeper. He seems very good in the World Cup. He's looked very good. He's looked very strong, hasn't he, Doctor? Reason says, I know it's not international, but you skipping my comments, mate. Says Reason. Oh, I know it's not intentional, but you skipping my comments, mate. Yeah, I don't know whether they're coming up, mate, to be fair. I'll scroll up a bit here to see. But yeah, see, I've just gone up quite a lot and I haven't seen. So I don't know whether... I really do feel like maybe your comments don't always come up unless you don't comment too much, mate, because I always seem to see it when you do that, or I don't know whether you do it to wind me up, like to say you're missing my comments or whatever. But yeah, I tend to see your comments where you say I'm missing your comments, but other than that I don't see them. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing it intentionally. To anyone that ever sees that I'm not seeing them, or I'm not reading your comments, with the chat, it's quite quick. There's a lot of comments. I try my best to read as many as possible, and to interact with as many as you guys and read as many as your guys' comments out as what I can. Maguire shone for England, says Martin. Yeah. Reason, I always do try and look for your comments here, mate. Mark says it is on LFC News. Karras is awful, says Adam. Karras is mentally broken, says Burden. Oblak will stay at Madrid. Martin says Maguire shone for England. Oblak is staying, move on. Subasic would be good. Subasic is 30 though, says Andre. Delighted for Lovren. Yeah, I think that's good. I think everyone's saying that they're delighted for Lovren after that today. That's the only positive that I take out of that as an England supporter. Yeah, you see what it means for him as well. Aidan says Pickford, Daz. Yeah, I would take Pickford at Liverpool. I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, because of the club that he's at, but I would. He has been really, really good and really strong for England. He was strong again today, wasn't he? Andre says, and it's not good enough, believe me. Burden says, I have a feeling Klopp really wants Alisson, but is being patient. That could well be the case, Burden. It could be. Maybe, Liverpool, we know and we've heard that apparently Alisson is that number one target for goalkeeper. So maybe Liverpool are just not bowing down to Roma's demands. Maybe, that we are just playing hardball and we're waiting for them to drop a little bit and then we snatch them up. We could be hopeful, couldn't we? We could hope for that, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the goalkeeper situation, guys. I see so many Liverpool supporters falling out over it. I said it and I'll say it again. I'm not falling out over any Liverpool supporters over this goalkeeper situation. I just don't see the point in it. I think the truth of the matter is the reason everyone's got such strong views on it is because we all want Liverpool to win things and we all want what's best for Liverpool. We all want the best team on the pitch for us, and that's why we got strong views over the goalkeeper, over the players for Liverpool. We want the best signings. It's because we want Liverpool to be the best and to win the Premier League. We want us to win trophies. We want to win the Champions League, don't we, and stuff. We can all agree on that. So that's why I won't fall out of anyone. We all have difference in opinions. That's football. And that's why I love it. You guys don't always agree with what I say about Liverpool. I don't always agree with what you guys say, but I think if we always remember that we do have difference of opinions over players and the goalkeeper situation and stuff, which I think a lot of us do agree over the goalkeeper situation. I'm just going to say that, but the main thing is that we're all Liverpool supporters, and once the first game of the season kicks off next year, we will all be behind our team, won't we, and behind Liverpool, and hope that whoever is fielded do the best for Liverpool. But the transfer window is still open. We still got plenty of time to bring in some quality players. Shaqiri talks have began. Fekir still on the table. If you're going off the last things, he still wants Liverpool. We'll have to wait and see. That's the best you're getting out of me. I'm not getting my hopes up over Fekir anymore. There's still other players out there that we might not even have been linked with this transfer window. Fabinho is evidence enough for me that, we might not know who we're targeting behind the scenes, but we've got a lot to look forward to next season. I think we're going to play some really nice football. And hopefully we'll play some different types of football as well, because I think if we want to have a successful Premier League season, we need to learn to beat these teams that sit back against us. So we need to play a bit differently in some games as well, don't we? So I think we should do, shouldn't we? Ben says fans panic too much. Yeah, we all do it, Ben. We all do it. I panic sometimes as well. I really do. I think we're reactionary. Fans, if you're passionate, you do react, don't you? Some don't. I guess some don't. Some are really calm and like, I'm not too bothered, but I do anyway. You know, I'm passionate about Liverpool, and I react. If Liverpool aren't doing very well, it's noticeable. For those of you guys that have been, you know, subscribed to my channel or watching my content for over a year, you would have seen me, especially when I do like my watch-alongs and you see me in the games. You know, I always say to people, next season, I always do my best not to swear and that during live streams and things like that, but during the matches I will have to put it's uncensored, because I may slip up with swear words, especially if Liverpool don't do very well. I'm just passionate about Liverpool Football Club and stuff, and I think that's why fans they panic when it comes to they're not seeing movement in a transfer window. At the same time, you know, each their own, isn't it? People will do what they want to do. I'm not panicking about transfers personally at the moment. I think we still got time, but I do get it. I get why people, you know, when I've spoke to people that are panicking, they say, but Dads, look at the history, you know, look at the net spend and all that. And I say, I do get the arguments when people actually do, you know, break certain things down. I do understand where people are coming from when they do their research on stuff, and when they do lay it out to me, I get it. But I'm hoping that Liverpool going in the right direction as a football club, hoping that we started to bring in some top players now, hoping with the manager that we got, hoping with the type of football that we're playing, that we're moving forwards. I'm really looking forward to next season. We still got to do some key signings this window for me to be really happy, but if we don't do them, I'm still going to be behind the team next year. I'm still going to be behind the manager. I'm just going to be hoping for the best. You know, I think that's all we can do as Liverpool supporters, isn't it? I think as fans, I think we're all going to be like that. I really do. I want LFC just to say if it is or isn't happening, says Joel. Yeah. LFC over Everton, says Aiden. Yeah. Pickford would obviously go to KFC. Buvac apparently won't be returning because he fell out with the goalkeeper coach, says Burden. Yeah, I see about the rumours that he fell out with the goalkeeper coach before. Haven't seen the recent stuff over Buvac. I'll have to look into it, my friend. Squism says, Daz, did you see Dave Maddox's tweet about Fekir pleading for LFC move? Yes, mate. I have. I did speak about it earlier on. I brought up about Dave Maddox stuff, but for anyone that has just joined, Dave Maddox had tweeted out, it was about an hour ago now, Fekir met Leon President at the World Cup, pleaded for a chance to still join LFC. Ullis agreed to revive the talks with LFC, but they were not interested in the deal that was previously agreed for the 53 million terms. They may be persuaded by restructured terms though, and apparently Leon are lining up Ziyech as potential replacement for Fekir. So that was what Dave Maddox has said tonight. I also went into some other stuff as well about Fekir, but I haven't got that up in front of me now. But yeah, interesting stuff by Maddox. Obviously he's really kind of popped his head up like a meerkat, hasn't he? Dave Meerkat, we might call him. Bit of a nickname. Old Meerkat. David Meerkat. He's popped his head up, hasn't he, out of the sand about Fekir this year. He's had a lot to say. A lot of people are saying that Maddox has done his bits. So we'll have to see. I think after the World Cup, we'll know a bit more, won't we? Reason says we need someone to rely when Firmino can't play because Ings are against Lanky and living on borrowed time. I think I read that earlier, Reason. If you had said that, I did read that, so I don't know whether you heard me read that out in the club and let me not start about Carrier's. Klopp is gambling with his job there. So you think that Klopp is gambling with his job if he sticks with Carriers? How many people agree with Reason on that? That, you know, Klopp is gambling if he sticks by him. Personally, for me, Reason, I think that Klopp is, you know, he's trying to keep the confidence up with Karius. I don't think Klopp will kick Karius out of Liverpool Football Club, but I'll be very interested to see what other people make of it. Are people under the same beliefs as Reason that Klopp is gambling with his job? I don't know. You know, I think it's a very touchy ground right now. But yeah, I read that. I did see that one Reason, and I think I saw a comment similar, if it wasn't yours earlier, that I read out about that as well. Our defence is very good. Goalie is rubbish, says Max. Yeah, our defence definitely picked up last season. I think that was why we saw an improvement with the stats for the goalkeeping as well, personally. But people will differ on that one as well. Joel says, don't like the window anymore. Just want to watch Liverpool every weekend. Signings are cool, but half the time we stress and talk over nothing. Fully agree with that one, Joel. I'm not a massive fan of transfers, guys. I said it before and I say it again. A lot of people probably think that I like transfer windows and I like transfers because I talk about it a lot. But I only talk about it really because I'm on YouTube with a channel and stuff, and you guys like the updates. When I wasn't on YouTube, I used to keep up to date with it because I wanted to know who Liverpool was bringing in. But like with the Nabil Fekir stuff, how it was twisting and turning, I would have got a lot fed up with that a lot quicker than what I did. You know, if I wasn't on YouTube, I definitely would have just gone. I wouldn't have followed it as much. I would have been like, whatever, it's doing what I did now. So massive respect to you guys, you know, that have stuck with it all. You know, I've kind of had to, because I get a lot of messages every day. It's weird, even with the World Cup still on, and even knowing that we probably won't see anything, a lot of stuff, a lot of movement, I still get a lot of messages every day. You know, Daz, you seen anything latest on Nabil Fekir? So yeah, a lot of respect to you guys that still trying to dig into it and still find out and that. So I just, like I say, I think a lot of people they're just interested. They do get excited by it. I get excited when Liverpool sign big players. Fabinho, when that happened, I like how that happened. We didn't have a clue, did we? Boom, he comes out. Yes, go on. I like that signing. That's a good player coming into Liverpool. That makes sense. You know, that was how I like it. And then I like it when Liverpool playing week in, week out. I don't like all this. I'm not a massive fan of that international football as well. I liked how far England got in it, but at the same time, you know, I miss my Liverpool. I miss watching them each week. I don't like it when the season's on and we have international breaks. I hate it. I'm like, it's nothing. There's nothing worse, is there, as a Liverpool supporter? Andre says Alisson plus new goalkeeper coach would be amazing. Yeah, I'll take that. A lot of people are talking very much about the goalkeeper coach and saying that Liverpool should be looking at that. I don't think I've actually seen anyone say that they disagree over the goalkeeper coach. So maybe that's quite a good question here, guys. For those in the chat, I'll bounce down. So sorry if I do miss a few comments in here. And for anyone that's watching it back, not watching it live, maybe leave a comment on this as your answer. The goalkeeping coach, do you agree or disagree that Liverpool should replace the goalkeeping coach? So maybe your answer could be that we should stick or find a new one. Put it in your own words, whatever you want to do. But I'm yet to see someone say, you're chatting rubbish, Liverpool should stick with a goalkeeping coach. I really haven't seen that. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that we should get a new goalkeeping coach. What are your guys' views that are in a live chat? And yeah, if you're watching it back, leave a comment down below. Voice of Reason Daz, love the channel. Thank you very much, Martin. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. And Martin, thank you very much for saying that. 80s says, you really don't see well at the moment, Daz. Mate, I'm just tired. I went on holiday. Hay fever is probably why my nose is a bit nasally. It's this time of year. But yeah, a long drive back yesterday from Elbers. I mean, today, getting back, trying to catch up with all work and everything. You know what it's like, guys. But yeah, I'm totally fine. It's just been a long day. Yeah, I'm good, guys. I'm getting to talk to Liverpool supporters and my subscribers and that at the same time about Liverpool. So I'm happy, mate. I'm good. Hope you're well. I read Genie might be leaving. I saw that, Kilted. I saw that. I don't think so. I don't think Genie's going anywhere. I hope not. Anyway, I don't see him leaving. I don't think that Genie would want to leave Liverpool. I really don't. Max says, Daz, we are moving backwards with Karius. Yeah, over the line. No, I'm not going to make too many jokes about it, but yeah. Look, I know everyone's views on it. you guys have heard my views on the goalkeeper situation. I look at some of the goalkeepers out there and I think I would like to see them at Liverpool. I know people keep saying we shouldn't keep talking about it and everything, and I think, you know, if we don't sign a top goalkeeper this window and we've got Karius in between the sticks next year, I for one, I'm not going to be doing YouTube videos tearing into a lad and stuff, you know. But I think the transfer window's open. I think Liverpool have got time to act on it, and if it was up to me personally, I'm not even going off the Champions League. I'm not even going off what he's been doing recently. I think the whole race between Mignolet and Karius, I think because you couldn't tell who was number one goalkeeper, and we all agree that Mignolet's not good enough, I think that told me what I needed to know, that we didn't have a good enough goalkeeper at Liverpool Football Club for me. All right, that was my overall view. You do a stand-up job, Daz. Thank you very much, Dean. I'm glad you appreciate it as well, Dean. I really do appreciate you guys commenting and saying that you're enjoying the content, and I really appreciate you guys joining on the live streams, and when you leave your comments afterwards, if you didn't make the live streams and that. I know that it's when I do a lot of live streams, and once the season's kicked off again, you'll get the short videos with some of the updates and that, and you'll get the match watch alongs as well while the games are on. You'll be able to join in with me, and we get to react to the videos live together, or the games, sorry. But yeah, I appreciate those of you that watch the streams back. I know you can't interact with me live, but you leave your comments and we have our conversation. Those of you that follow me on Twitter and we talk on Twitter. Those of you that join the Facebook group as well, I see you guys talking to Dave, all interacting on there. I see you guys all talking amongst yourselves as well a lot on stuff. I think it's brilliant. I think we've built a really nice Liverpool family, and it's good to see it growing every day. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Check Twitter DMs, Daz. I'll check it, Ferno. I'll check it. Let's have a look, Ski. Right, breaking. Nabil Fekir has reached an agreement that Jean-Michel Aulas will at least reopen talks with Reds to explore the prospect of resurrecting his dream move, Dave Maddock. Aulas has held sit-down talks twice with the talented midfielder and his advisor Jean-Pierre Burns to discuss the collapse move to Anfield, which faltered on medical details. That was Dave Maddock as well. Breaking. Fekir's advisors are aware of LFC's position, and they have made very clear to the Lyon president the player still wants a move. And it carries on. In reality, Aulas is positioning to get as much as the originally agreed 53 million from Liverpool as possible, but has conceded that he will talk once more. Ziyech would be a direct replacement for Fekir, and it is unlikely he would announce any deal for the Morocco star until he tied down an agreement with Liverpool. Talks will not take place until after the World Cup final, but there is now a real prospect they will be resurrected, and if Aulas is prepared to compromise over the structure of the deal, then the transfer can still be done. And that is all from Dave Maddock. So there you go, guys. I've just read that out. We'll have to see. But Ferno, thank you very much for bringing that to my attention there, mate. Top draw. I told you guys, Ferno is someone that I speak to a lot about transfers, and actually me and Ferno have followed the Nabil Fekir stuff since before Liverpool first was linked with Thomas Lemar. So Ferno is actually like my partner in crime when it comes to Nabil Fekir. So yeah, if there's anything Nabil Fekir related, and I'm waffling on in the live streams, you can always feel free to ask Ferno as well if he's in the live chat. I'm sure he'll have the latest updates, unless he's trying to pull my leg on stuff, because Ferno every now and then does throw the odd ones out there that is trying to catch me off guard. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Ferno. It allowed me to read it out to the viewers. Max, Daz, you are the man. I'm calling it a night now. Take care, Max. Thank you for joining me. Night to you, all Liverpool fans. P.S. I bet I have a nightmare about Karius. Oh no, hopefully not, mate. Thank you for joining tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you in the live stream. Reason says Klopp is a good manager, Daz. I believe in him and respect him. I know he gives every player numerous chances, but after what I saw during the pre-season, Karius is not ready to be a competitive match. Yeah, I don't think you're the only one with those views, mate. I really don't. you know, I think a lot of you guys will notice that when it comes to the Carrier situation, I have my say every now and then on it. I mean, I don't talk about it too much because I don't want to over talk about the situation, but I'm aware of a lot of people's opinions on it, and I always feel free to put your opinions in a live chat. I'll read them out, like reasons that's done there, and I like, you know, your views on it. I always respect everyone's views, but yeah, once I've said my opinion every now on Carriers, I won't just keep saying it because I just think it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? And I don't want to be one of these people accused of just ramming it down Carrius' throat or whatever, because I don't like that. John says we'll go ask most Sunderland fans. They will say same thing. They were glad to be rid of him. Bob says Mings will go. Kent, Mings, Moreno, and maybe Ing/Sturridge, and we'll buy a sub left back, one more attacking mid winger, and really hope a keeper. Yeah, Bob. You know, I think if you're looking at the ideal transfer window now, I think most Liverpool supporters, am I right in saying, guys, you'd like to see a keeper come in, a backup winger, which Shaqiri's being linked. I don't know whether we'd get another one, but a backup winger, keeper, so that's 2. Fekir, if you get him over the line, because he can also play as a winger, and I think he'd play in midfield as well. So that's 3 transfers that could still happen, or we would hope to happen. And I said before that I would like to see a centre back come in, but I see a lot of people saying about, you know, a backup left back come in if Moreno goes out. I'm saying about you might see James Milner play at left back to get game time next season as well, because of the new midfields that come in, especially if you get Fekir in the door as well. So yeah, let me know your guys who you would like to see still come in. Dave says, well, the moderation is strong tonight. I wonder why. Yes, I wonder why. Has Isaac Chrissy Davis signed? Yes, he has. Aiden has. If we can't sing Alisson, which goalkeeper would we sign? It's a very good question. I don't know. I don't know if there's been... I think Liverpool have been linked with every goalkeeper there is out there, because everyone knows that Liverpool fans want goalkeepers. So we're being linked with everyone. So it's very hard to say who Liverpool actually are targeting. And I wouldn't be surprised if we move for a goalkeeper that we probably haven't been strongly linked with. But at the same time, because we have been linked with everyone, it might fall to one of the names that we've been linked with. I mean, people are saying about Silerson. I'm not too sure. I think the one goalkeeper that we know that was apparently the number 1 target is Alisson. If Roma are willing to drop their fee on him, if it's not true about the Real Madrid stuff, about him really wanting to move there, if Liverpool are really adamant on him, then, you know, I think go full out for Alisson. If that's who Liverpool really want. If Klopp identified him as number 1 target, go and get Alisson, isn't it, this window? But whether it will happen or not, I don't know. If we don't sign him, who knows? I know a lot of people have been listing off goalkeepers that they would like to come in from the World Cup. I like that. I like that people have been scouting goalkeepers for Liverpool this World Cup. It's been brilliant to see. Oh, hold on 2 seconds. Sturridge has looked sharp pre-season. Miles better than Solanke, says Ferno. Yes, you know, a lot of people have changed their opinions on Sturridge, I think, saying that they would like to keep him back, because even though he might not be able to play Klopp's way, might not be available due to injuries sometimes or being match fit, but still has shown that he's still got that clinical finishing. Messes with people's brains, doesn't he? Because a lot of people are like, oh, he hasn't got a future. I mean, he shows that he can still score. So, yeah, I don't know. I've always said that I love Sturridge as a person. We know his ability, but we said that Sturridge does this, doesn't he? He shows what he can do, and then he's not available. That's the problem with Daniel Sturridge. So I don't know. I'll leave it to you guys whether you think that you would like to keep him. I think I've seen a lot of people say that they would still keep him over the players that we've got here. I think what it comes down to is, look, if no one's willing to pay his wages or to pay the fee that Liverpool want, then don't let him go anywhere. Keep him back and bring him on. If we need goals, bring him on. He's a goal scorer, isn't he? But yeah. Does he stay at Liverpool, run down his contract? Probably. And then he move? Maybe. That might be the situation there. Fernando says, no left back in the world. I would rather have than Robbo. I would believe. If you told me a year ago, I would. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, I think that's very true. I think everyone's probably the same. That if you sat there before or when we was just signing Robbo, that we would all say, I wouldn't put anyone really over Robbo. That we'd all be sitting saying that's that would be the case, we would all go, not a chance. But it's true though. We would all rather see Robbo play, wouldn't we? Than anyone out there. Robbo's a little beast. He's a little animal. We love our Robbo, don't we? And I think if you're going to sign anyone, it would literally be as cover for him. But I see James Milner, playing if we need to rest Robbo in cup games or whatever. I really do. That's why I said I see Moreno moving on. I really do. Alan Davis says Sturridge is too fragile. Yes, that's the problem that I see. He does this. Sturridge does this. He shows what he can do, and then he's not available. Origi was poor, says Andre. Bob says, yeah, tells I rate him. Him and Robbo can fight it out. Sessegnon next year, anyways, I suspect. Sessegnon, the left back, very talented youngster. Alisson isn't even as good as Pickford in the Serie A. The standard isn't as tough as the Premier League, says Aidan. Dave says not really keen on Silerson if Alisson goes to PSG. What about looking at Kevin Trapp? Trapp's been linked with Liverpool before, hasn't he, Dave? A lot of people asked me about Trapp before, and I said he's one of them goalkeepers that I think he's a half decent goalkeeper, but I think I was looking at Trapp. I said, does he come in and is he one of those goalkeepers that is miles better than what Liverpool have got? I don't know. I'm asking you guys, do you think that Trapp is a lot better than what Liverpool have got? Maybe tell me, because I said to you guys, if I don't watch a player week in, week out, I won't sit here and say, yeah, they're amazing, Liverpool should sign them. Trapp kind of fell into that bracket for me. I don't watch these goalkeepers and go, yeah, they're a lot better than what we've got. Mo says, read my comment, Daz. Disagree, mate. Still don't think Sturridge should stay. Remember, it's only pre-season. If he does it in the Bucks Premier League again, then it'll change. Yeah, Mo. I see a lot of people changing their opinions, Mo, saying about Sturridge and saying that he's a clinical finisher, saying that he's looked sharp and that. But I said, it still worries me that Sturridge has done this before and he's not been available. And so we'll see. I think for me personally, I think if no one's going to take Sturridge for the fee that Liverpool want, he may well stay. But yeah, I'm not fully convinced. As much as I love Daniel Sturridge, and he is a clinical striker, he's proven that he can do it years ago. We know his capabilities if he's match sharp, but how long will Sturridge be match sharp if he doesn't get regular games? That's the problem, isn't it? So I get it. But also I respect people seeing him in pre-season and going, wow, because we know what Sturridge can bring to a team when he does play regular. We do know that, but it's how regular will Sturridge play for Liverpool Football Club? That's the issue, isn't it? He presses well, but he needs a striking partner, says Aidan. Did you watch our full game yesterday, Daz? Kill it, I haven't had a chance yet. I'm still waiting to watch it. I really want to watch it. I've seen the highlights, but haven't been able to watch it yet because obviously I was travelling back from the holiday. Today it's just, I didn't realise how long it would take me to try and catch back up with work. Tomorrow I've got a long day as well, so I'm hoping tomorrow evening I might, if nothing breaks with Liverpool, I might be able to watch it. Fekir deal is back on. Dave Maddock just confirmed it. Amjad, yes. I've spoke about it in this one. Are you happy about this? Are you going with what Dave Maddock said? Do you think this is good news, or are you doing kind of what I've said in this live stream? Where I've said I'm not going to get my hopes up. It's good to see about this. It's good to see that Fekir, if this is all true, that Fekir is trying to push it. It's good to see this stuff, but we've been really close to signing him and it didn't happen yet. So I'm kind of saying I just want to sit here now, wait for it to be announced, then we'll get excited. That's my stance on it, but let me know your views, my friend. Ben says, no one believes me, but Alex tells could come in and Moreno could go out for better competition at left back because we don't want Robbo getting comfortable. Got to look out for that one in my opinion. Ben, yeah, I think, to be honest, mate, I don't know. I haven't seen whether other people have said that they don't believe you or not, but if he come in, then I think anything's possible, mate. Anything's possible, but I haven't seen anything about it myself at the moment, so I'll keep an eye on stuff, mate, but we shall see. Joe, I think we should give Kent more of a chance. Seems decent to me. Joe, Kent is one of them players that he's obviously got ability, he's got talent, but it's just, you look at him and you think, does he... Say if Liverpool keep Wilson back and Kent, and you look at if we sign Shaqiri and you sign Fekir, who's going to get game time? Does Kent come all over any of those players? And if you're sitting there and you think Wilson's on the bench and Kent, who's you bring on? I think a lot of people would go with Wilson over Kent. When I asked a question over the youth players, who stays, who is sold out of them, I think a lot of people went with Kent is the one that's sold. But I definitely see the ability in the youngster. I think he's a good player. He's shown before. He's got talent. I think he'd do a job at a club. I really do. But yeah, he's got fans as well, hasn't he? I know there's a lot of Liverpool supporters that I spoke to before that said that they think that if he got regular game time that he would do good. But again, is he going to get regular game time at Liverpool? He's not. Is he not in the first team? AZ said if Liverpool don't get a keeper, we will not get in the top 4 next season. So many times I've seen that comment, mate. So many times. Loads of people are sharing that opinion. We spoke so much about the goalkeeping situation at Liverpool at the moment. Alan says, I thought this champs banned transfer talk until after the World Cup. Yeah, he said that no one's allowed to leave the camp, apparently, is what we last heard, wasn't it, Alan? So who knows what's gone on there? Maybe it was through agents, through representatives. I don't know what's gone on there now. Kennedy is a good dribbler, but it's his end product that's the problem, in my opinion, says Ben. Yeah, it could well be. Might be his age. Maybe he needs to, improve on that. It could well be. Aidan says we should give Wilson more chances. Yeah, I see Wilson going out on loan personally, but I think if you're bringing in Shaqiri as well, I think makes Wilson go on loan. But I think Wilson deserves game time. I think he's a very talented player. Klopp speaks highly of him, says that his long-term future is at Liverpool Football Club as well, signed a contract. So yeah, it's good to see that. I think it'd be good. I'm definitely looking forward to see Wilson's future at Liverpool, because I think he's a very talented player, he's very gifted, and I can't wait to see what sort of a player he grows into as well. He's still young, isn't he? So it's a bright future for him. Dave says, I'm not getting my hopes up about Fekir, mainly because we're dealing with Ullis all over again. Yeah, I agree with that one. I wouldn't be surprised if he delays further to the end of the window. I wouldn't be surprised of it either, mate. Seriously, nothing would surprise me with doing dealings with Ullis and Leon, personally. We've seen it all, haven't we, mate? We have seen it all, but at the same time, if Liverpool do finally get it over the line, it would be the biggest finally ever. Fernando says, any website where I can watch every full game of Liverpool 13-14 season? Yeah, anyone, feel free to put it in the chat. What's going on with Brewster? In what sense, mate? Brewster signed a professional contract at Liverpool. He's injured at the moment. People are expecting him to return soon, but I don't expect to see him rush back into football. He's been out injured. I don't think there's any reason to rush him. He's obviously had some assurances at Liverpool for him to sign that professional contract. So, yeah, I think that the path is there. I think that Klopp wanted to keep him. I don't think that he's a player that will be loaned out. I think Klopp wanted to keep him back and bring him into the first team setup more. So, yeah, I see that he sticks around at Liverpool. And starts to show his worth. I see that, guys, to be fair, when it comes to Brewster. Ponty says Brewster's being scattered all over the place. Hope he signs pro contracts. He has, Ponty. He has at Liverpool already. That's been done. That's completed. He is contracted to Liverpool Football Club, guys. The Kilter says, not sure, Ferner. I would like to see more of both, but both are very talented. Squisms, Fekir, Keita and Virgil van Dijk all pushed for LFC, all were made to wait long periods, but desperately wanted to play for Klopp. Yes, our manager is a very good manager for bringing in these top talents, isn't he? I really rate the manager that we've got. You imagine some of the managers that we've had, they wasn't very good, was they, at being able to lure these top players in, but we've actually got a manager that seems to have that lure of attraction, the attraction. They just want the hug. They just want the Klopp hug, don't they? We all want a Klopp hug, to be honest. Bob says, FSG, I mean, sorry, spell check took over. Agree, Bob. Oh, we all hate spell check, mate. Think how many times you tried to spell Naby Keita and it comes out with baby, whatever it tries to spell. The Kilter says, Brewster is the one to watch. Can't wait to see him take on the Premier League. Same here, Kilted. Very excited about Brewster as well. I think he's very talented. I can't wait to see him play for Liverpool as well in the first team setup. One world-class goalkeeper and Fekir, and I'm happy, says Jay. Yes. That would be quality to see as well, mate. Would Woodburn benefit from a loan? Now, Jack, I believe so. I believe that Woodburn could do with a loan move away. I know that people might disagree with that, but I think that maybe giving him a loan move might... Fresh bit of scenery, go away, come back stronger to Liverpool. I don't see the harm in it, but I've seen people disagree with that. I think that he should be given a chance to Liverpool, but I think if he's not going to be given much game time, then loans benefit players if they're not getting game time in the first team at Liverpool. So yeah, let him go. Algeria, I rate the most though, says Aidan. Yeah, another talented player. The loan will benefit him as well. AZ says, I think Liverpool should go for Saha as a backup winger. I don't see the Saha happening at all, but a lot of people wanted Saha at Liverpool and said that he would be a good player for us to go for. I said a Saha type player might be a good addition to the club, but it looks like Liverpool have gone for a different type of winger, maybe someone that crosses it quite a bit, a different type of winger to the pace getting behind that Salah offers and Mane. We've gone for Shaqiri by the looks of it, if you're going off the latest stuff, and Liverpool opening talks. Shaqiri's someone that will cross the ball in quite a bit, create chances in that sense. He might adapt to how Liverpool play, but maybe it's to combat teams that park the bus against us. He's very good in that sense, isn't he? So we shall see. Gary says Brewster will take the by storm. Then he will do the same in Euro 2020. You're never all clone, Dazza. You're never all clone to you as well, Gary. Good to see you in the stream, mate. It's good to see you there. Shaqiri, Pro LFC. To LFC is done, mate, says Sandy. The talks have started, apparently, Sandy. In a live stream last night, I said that the Telegraph started the rumours, and then today, everyone was starting to report it. It sounds like Stoke are even looking at this like they believe that he will sign for Liverpool. The player wants to move to Liverpool, apparently. 13.5 million is the rumoured fee that it would cost. We've seen the fee differ a little bit, but that's what they're all suggesting. They're saying that the deal shouldn't take too long to happen as well. If the player wants to move, the release clause is there. It won't just happen overnight, they don't believe, but we shall see. A lot of people... Oh, Paul Joyce just tweeted. What has he just tweeted? Let's see what Paul Joyce has just tweeted, guys. If I could bring it up here in front of me. Let's see. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Liverpool closing in on a deal for Shaqiri 3 minutes ago. There you go. Paul Joyce, Liverpool closing on a deal for Shaqiri. And you guys know what Paul Joyce says. Normally, he's one of the most reliable ones. Ada says Paul Joyce is reliable. Did you see about Genie wanting to leave, Daz? Kilted. I saw that, but I don't know whether I believe it fully, mate, to be honest. Thomas says, lovely cushioned header from Joyce. Yes. You're right, Thomas, mate. Good to see you there, buddy. Kilted. I don't know whether I believe it, personally. If he wants to leave because of the options that are coming into Liverpool, then fair enough. I like Genie. I hope that he doesn't leave because I think that he's a very good player. I don't want to see our midfield weaken. I want to see it strengthen and the depth be strong for all competitions. But yeah, Joel says, check Paul Joyce. Just done it, my friend. Just done it. How much can we get for Genie? I don't know what he'd be worth, actually, guys. That's true, Dave. Paul Joyce or James Pearce. Paul Joyce is on it. Joyce needs a song. Actually, I'll retweet that. That's a good point there, guys. Retweet with a comment. Oh, hello. There you go. I've just retweeted it saying, oh, hello. If that wasn't British enough, after England are out of the World Cup, I don't know what it is. What a quality beard, says Joe Ingram. Are you talking about mine? Oh, yeah. It's growing, isn't it? It's getting there. Some people are like, oh, you're looking a little bit scruffy now, mate. And I'm like, leave the beard alone. It's staying. Get Joycey on here, says Kilted. Yeah, should do, shouldn't I? I should contact him and be like, Joycey, fancy appearing on the bench, mate? getting on the bench and speaking about Liverpool Football Club. Why not, mate? Come on and speak to the subscribers and to the Liverpool supporters, having your say on the latest Liverpool transfer rumours. I don't know. Looking like Fekir, says the Kilted. Yeah. I thought when I first started, everyone was saying I was really looking like him. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of think I'm bypassing it a little bit. I don't know how long his beard is at the moment. It might be a bit longer than it is now. Genie is underrated, says Peter. Now that I agree with, mate. I really do agree with that. Joel says Genie can't leave, or I'm leaving with him. His song is the best thing in football. Yeah. I don't want to see Genie leave at all, guys. I like that a lot of you guys like Genie as well, because there were so many times that I was talking about Genie and saying he's so underrated. So many people was like, Genie's crap. And I was like, really? I was like, I like him personally, but each their own, isn't it? I know people rate some players that I don't rate, so I like that. I like the difference, but yeah, I like him. Sandy says, so Lovren in the World Cup finals. Can't believe my eyes. Centre back in the making. Yeah. Me either, mate. Massive respect to Croatia and to Lovren. They obviously deserve to be there. Obviously gutted that England aren't going to be in the final, but it is what it is. And, all the best to Lovren and to Croatia, isn't it? Genie makes me happy, says Burden. Me too. He's always smiling, isn't he? Genie has the most beautiful smile in football. Now that he does, I have to agree. He rivals Mo Salah, doesn't he, for, his likability from his smile and stuff. You look like Lallana, Messi and Fekir combined, says Ferno. Yeah, I'm mixing it up, guys. I'm mixing it up. Going with the flow. I can kind of change who I want to be each day at the moment. Who are Liverpool going to sign tomorrow? Fekir, right. Going for the Fekir look. Gel my hair down a bit, slick it a little bit. Genie must start, so when we sign Fekir and Diabala, they may settle for the bench. Yeah. Ben says, Daz, apparently Shaqiri could be announced tomorrow. Hopefully, today now. Lol. It could, yeah, possibly. I mean, this deal, we knew that it might not go on for too long, because if the player wants Liverpool, then it could well be done pretty quick, isn't it? We knew about this for a while, so we don't know how long it's been speaking. We know over the last couple of days. Telegraph reported it last night, so I broke it. I really don't think YouTube like how quick I am at breaking news, because they don't like to keep my live streams up, do they? And stuff. Whenever I do a live stream, I put up last night, didn't I, that LFC open talks with Shaqiri, report the Telegraph. I went to bed last night because I was absolutely shattered. And then I got up, went to work today, and then I started to look to see where my comments was, and I was like, where's all my comments for that video, for that live stream? And I was like, I can't see any comments. I was like, that's really weird. And I was like, oh, people just don't like my live stream. What's going on there? And then all of a sudden, I noticed that my live stream wasn't up there. And I looked, and yeah, it's not on YouTube, so I don't know what happened there, guys, but kind of did me a favour, because people might realise that I was saying, what was it I was saying? I think I was calling him Danny Wilson instead of Harry. Idiot. That's called being tired. Still in holiday mode, that is. Anthony says Maguire is massively overrated. Come on, guys, he is poor. Hashtag Fekir beard watch, says the Kilted. Yes, definitely. I'm down for that. Mo says, Daz, do you watch LFC TV? I don't, mate, to be honest. I used to. I need to do it really again, don't I? I need to do it. I need to sign up for it again. Ben says, Daz, remember the pain as the World Cup started, knowing we had to wait until now, until any deals could be done. Oh, I know, Ben. I know. At least now it should be full flow again, shouldn't it, guys? Hopefully we'll start to see it moving again. It looks that way. It looks like it's starting to tick over again nicely. Legend says, if we need Genie, then do you think Lallana will be sold out? I'm still going to stick by that. I don't think Lallana will be sold, because Klopp loves Lallana. I swear Klopp has posters of Lallana on his wall, because he does really, really like him. He does rate him a lot. So from that, for that reason, I don't think Lallana will go. But I don't know, because if you look at it, guys, if you're being serious, right, we brought in Keita and Fabinho. If we've lost Emre Can and Coutinho, yeah? So we're kind of the same at the moment. But if you bring in Fekir as well, if that does happen, then you're one up. But the injury worries that we did have, towards the end of the season, we could have done with a bit more squad depth, couldn't we? And I think if you're looking at Fekir as well, adding to that, he could be used as the winger as well, and different formations, however we set up, however we play. I don't know. It's very different. Mo says Redmen TV. Oh, you're asking me if I watch Redmen TV? I try to keep a look at them every now and then, see how the boys are doing on it, but yeah, it just if I get time, you know what I mean? I used to watch them a lot. I used to watch all the Liverpool channels and stuff. I try and keep an eye on them, see how they're all doing. I hope that they're all doing well and that, because obviously we're all in the same business, so I wish them all the best and that. Lallana is an amazing player with either foot. Yes, Gilted, 100%. I just love Shaqiri. I think Fabinho and Keita and Shaqiri midfield 3 would be good, says Aidan. Kyle says, who is Liverpool's midfield 3 next season if Fekir doesn't sign? I think even if Fekir does sign, I don't think that we're going to start the first game of the season with Fekir, Keita and Fabinho. I think you start with Henderson in there. I don't see Klopp dropping his captain for the first game at least, because he will want a bit of Premier League experience in there. Just what I think anyway, but who knows? It depends how good they do in pre-season and what Klopp sees and how confident he is with his new boys. We shall see. Hopefully, we shall see. It's not too long, is it really, guys? It seems like an eternity that we waited, but we shall see soon. Can't see him going. We're building a squad, says Alan. Yeah, we need squad depth, don't we, guys? Lallana is great. If only he was younger, says Dylan. Yeah, obviously some of the players are getting a bit older, another year older, but I don't see Lallana going. I think Klopp really rates him. He spoke, didn't he, in that interview, saying, I can't believe that we went nearly a whole season without him. He's such a good player, basically. In Klopp's, he used his terminology, didn't he? But that was basically the gist of it. He really highly rates him. So for anyone that believes that Lallana sold this window, I really don't see it. I really don't. But Bob says Emre just a journeyman, runs down deals, moves in on a cheap, so he can get big wages when he's signing on. It's a new merchant way in football. Wish we could ban agents and keep the money in football. Yeah, Bob. Agreed. Yarmolenko is quality. Yarmolenko is a good player, man. He is a good player. Lubac says it looks like we need to sell to balance the books, as so many rumours for players. Do you think so, Luke? Do you think we need to sell? I think we've got a lot of players that we could sell, to help us in that sense, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. I think there's players there that we will sell to help balance, but I don't know whether we have to sell any of our first teamers in that sense. I should hope not anyway. Carl says, bit worried playing West Ham first game. Yeah, I've seen people say about that, but I don't think so. I think we'll be a unit. I think we'll be strong. I think they should be worried about playing Liverpool. I think so. Anyway, they should be like, wow, we've got to play Liverpool first game of the season. Not the other way around, but yeah, I do see what people are saying because of what West Ham have been doing. Mo says, John Achtenberg out. Yeah. Aidan should. Dylan says, favourite all-time LFC player. For me, it's Gerrard, because I grew up watching him, grow into that captain role. So he's my favourite Liverpool player of all time. But there's been so many legends in there that I love as well. But yeah, feel free, anyone, to put in their favourite Liverpool player as well, because Dylan's asking. But yeah, mine is Steven Gerrard. What he did, I feel sorry for him that he wasn't able to win the Premier League trophy. I think that would have been amazing if he could actually do it before he had to retire from Liverpool Football Club. Ben says, everyone got worried about Everton after decent signs. Now that is very true. That's a good point. Look how that turned out. It happens every year. A club signs decent players. Yeah. Sir King Kenny says a Kilted. See, absolute quality player as well. I think for me, because obviously I grew up watching Gerrard, that's why I went with him. But yeah, King Kenny, Sir King Kenny, is probably a lot of, maybe someone that's a bit just slightly older than me that watch Kenny play. They will probably go with Kenny, won't they? Carrie Cole says, I'm surprised Bogdan's still on the books. yeah, I think he's just seeing the remainder of his contract out and he on loan. But yeah, I was the same, Cole, completely the same. Bob says Redknapp, when was captain, could smash a pass and a free kick. Got injured though all the time. Yeah, Bob, that's very true. Dylan, I think Dirk Kuyt really played for the badge and was quality also restart. Yeah, good points there, Dylan. 100%, mate. 100% agree with that one. Aaron says, Daz, with Shaqiri being done, Fekir next with the love hearts. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That's not exactly a love heart, is it? It's more like, you know. But yeah, Dejan Lovren's love heart. Yes, Shaqiri, that happening if we get Fekir as well. 2 quality additions to a strong team, that helps us. Yeah, if we can manage to get a good goalkeeper in as well, I would love that. I really would. Just join. What have I missed, Az? And hi, what's up, Ronald? I'm literally going to be shutting it down in a minute, mate. I've been going for over an hour. I've got to get up early doors in the morning, so apologies. But Ronald, if you're interested in watching what I've been saying throughout it, feel free to scroll the bar back. But before you go, the thing that I've been talking about is obviously Shaqiri. You know, the talks are on Liverpool close to signing him. That's, you know, that is going to happen by the looks of it. That is about to happen. Obviously the Fekir stuff as well. Dave Maddock has come out saying about the Fekir latest, saying that he really wants Liverpool. There's a lot about that, but yeah, I'm very tired. So I'm going to have to shut the stream down in a minute, mate. I've been going for over an hour, like I say, so my apologies, but feel free to scroll the bar back. Anyone who's just joined, if you want to hear what we discussed and see what the other guys were talking about in the live stream. And yeah, for those of you that joined me during the live stream today, massive pleasure as always speaking to you lot. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up for me. It's muchly appreciated. If we can hit, I don't know, over the 150 mark for this live stream, that would be huge. Obviously, Shaqiri nearly done. That's good, in my opinion. That's really, really good. And the latest on Fekir, you know, it is something, isn't it? I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm adamant that that's still happening, guys, because we've seen it all before, haven't we? We've seen it all before, but I want it to happen. I still want Fekir to be a Liverpool player, and so do we all, don't we, I think? But Liverpool still need to sign a goalkeeper. That's what I'm going to end it on. Right, I think that's about it. I think we've had a really good live stream, guys. Plenty to talk about Liverpool related. It's been really good, hasn't it? It's been a pleasure, like I say. Enjoy the rest of your days, guys, or evenings, wherever you are. Don't start too late if you're like me from England. It's been a sad day, really, for England supporters. But as I said, Lovren, he's in the World Cup final. Made up for him. At least we got a Liverpool player in the final. And he stepped up to the plate. You know, I thought he did a really, really good job today for Croatia. You know, Champions League final, now World Cup final. He's proving, those doubters, I was one of them, you know, that he could be half decent centre-back when he wants to be, can't he? You know, right. We'll leave it at that. Don't forget, thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, but you enjoy keeping up to date with daily transfer rumours, gossip and done deals, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I haven't said that in a long time, have I? Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining. I've been on the bench LFC. You've all been legends. I will see you in the next one. Good night, everyone. Take care.